Not today, pal. Not today.
Flawless bottoms.
Flawless bombs, yes.
In the flesh, here with you right now, me, Jamie Flawless Bottoms Sigler, with my partner in crime, Rob Iler, our old thruple partner, the one and only Kassem G,
Great to be here.
and the guy we all love to talk about how crazy he is, my husband, Cutter.
The Murderers Row up
Full
in
house
here.
today,
Yeah,
guys.
This is going to be a good
Get ready.
pod.
The Significant Others podcast.
Yeah.
Is that a toilet?
Okay, I'm done with the switchboard now. I
Okay,
just wanted
cool.
to play with it. I did the intro. I'm done.
Nice.
Yeah, listen, I think of what I really want to do in this pod is like Kassem, much like our very own Christina P here at YMH Studios, is a TikTok curations guy.
Absolutely.
He really likes to throw the TikToks at you. And he's got some ones that I think we should sit here and talk about and see what we think.
Wow.
The first one is because, Jamie, you say you want to live barefoot. You
I
wanna-
would love to.
You want to do everything barefoot.
I would love it.
Kassem
yeah.
hates the barefoot.
You're going to love these
What
guys.
do you hate about the barefoot?
I think I hate the video that I'm about to show you. I hate the type of people, the mindset, because it's a way of life,
Right.
barefoot living.
Oh, right. Like, and they're like making a point.
They're making a point so much so that they've had to like,
We'll see.
yeah,
Okay.
they've had to
Okay.
invent something here.
My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes. We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else. This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000.
Yeah,
but
there
this is
was
a
a
sacrifice
lot
we're
of-
willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us. The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless,
Is
and
that
now
the
our
girl?
shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms. We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is. So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without
Our
shoes. I
favorite
needed to
store,
grab a few
Sephora.
things for a
I
trip
caught
we're
that.
going on. The experience was absolutely perfect. The workers came up to us, they talked to us, they even complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect way to get all the benefits of going
Ew.
barefoot, but also have no one know.
You know, it's a shame that they're too young to have been in 9/11.
What?
In the buildings, he means.
All right,
First of all, she had like a fuck ton of golden goose sneakers that they are just cutting the bottoms out of. Should I try this? I don't think I have toenails that will grip my shoe and keep it in place, though. That's gross.
They built shelves.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, it's not a big deal.
are you a barefoot guy?
No, I mean my
No, he wears shoes. He has house
yeah,
shoes.
my feet really hurt. Very flat-footed. You know, I mean, look, if you think about it, we were supposed to be barefoot.
That's true.
You know,
We also weren't supposed to have like cities and glass and,
Or Zins.
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, walking barefoot for me is very hard, and I you know, very impressive they can do this.
Yeah, I think they were being resourceful. I think good for them.
Here's my
Yeah.
problem with the video. It doesn't bother me like it bothers Kassem, but what does bother me is walking barefoot means the world to us.
Right.
When you say something like that, it does get me kind of pissed off.
You can walk barefoot.
Everyone
I have no
needs
problem.
to stand for something.
The fact that they're barefoot influencers is the part.
It's like
part that bothers
Dave Portnoy doesn't give pizzas a 10 because then he's like, well, then you can't what if you have a pizza better than that? It's like, what happens when these two have a child? And it's like, oh yeah, you mean the world to us. It's like, so does fucking walking in Sephora barefoot, you ding dong.
You're so literal,
Too
Rob.
much
I love it.
Too much hyperbole. is
What?
you're
So
saying.
what bothered
With this.
you mostly about this?
I hate. First of all, they're barefoot people, but they have a $10,000, $20,000 shoe collection. It's quite a hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Cutting out the
true.
bottoms of all those shoes.
Their favorite store, Sephora.
The whole little toenail, little
The
bit.
purple glasses to put. He had special like welding glasses to cut the bottoms of the shoes off.
It's a lot of work, and also
I think these two are reality show breed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just
yeah.
need like plumbers,
Are these
electricians,
people?
welders.
So let me ask you: are these people? Because I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah.
Are these people putting feelers out for a show? Are these people putting themselves out there, being like, "Look how fucking weird we are"?
No.
No.
You think you think they could be putting it on for a little attention? You think these people are real?
Like anybody at TLC want to pick up what I'm putting out? You know?
The best part of the video was they go, people talk to us in Sephora.
Yeah.
Why?
And their fans
Like,
suggest.
no, like they didn't think, are they not usually talked to when they're barefoot? They're like, oh, people
Yes.
talk to us.
That's what she's
yeah,
saying.
yeah. I think
They did this because their kind are not allowed in to certain
Right.
They're
a
used
lot
to
of
being
establishments.
discriminated against.
this is
yeah.
the new oppressed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is how they get
Feel
around.
bad for us. We're barefoot, and the world is against the
Wow.
barefoot, and we have to hide our barefootedness,
Right.
That's right.
which is it's a real shame. All right, okay. So the next video, which kind of this guy's favorite store might be Sephora too. We got a guy who loves to bake. Can you show
That's a nice hobby.
this guy?
Amore, vieni a vedere quanto è venuto bello il ciambellone.
Che buco carino.
Hai visto? Ora te lo faccio assaggiare tutto.
È comodo.
Vai. Gattacci, noi ci vediamo tutti al bar Il Ritrovo il 10 febbraio a Lissa. Non mancate, alle 23. Intanto mi godo il ciambellone.
Kassem sends me this stuff. Who is this guy? How do you find
No
this guy?
idea. I didn't understand a word, but I understood everything. Do you
The
know what I mean?
emotion.
Yeah. it's-
Yeah.
This guy loves his pound cake, whatever this is. I love this. In my head, I've never
He's
seen
so
Sopranos,
happy.
but he's in it.
Big fupa guy.
You think this is like what the Casa Sopranos is
This
like?
is my head is one episode of Sopranos right there.
Yeah. This guy is I mean, listen.
Does that you see that? This is not a type of guy you'd hit the links with. You wouldn't like play 9 holes with this guy.
I would love to watch Cutter play a round of golf.
Are you
with that
crying?
guy.
I think Jamie's crying. I really like this guy. I
love him.
I watch a lot
oh
of
my
his
God.
videos.
Could
Oh,
you
really? He
imagine-
posts a lot.
I watch a lot of just to be safe, their videos.
Could you imagine like a camera following him and Cutter, and every time Cutter took a golf swing, he's like, "Oh, at least it was like, look at it."
Yeah.
It's like a hype
He'd help
man.
figure out how to get rid of the
Yeah.
birds.
I would leave. I mean, it's not even like, it's not even
No?
not even a discussion.
He wouldn't
yeah.
fit in at your country club.
Eh,
No.
yeah.
This guy, like, he seems like a happy.
So happy.
They seem like a happy
so
person.
happy. I love
All right, on
it.
to the next. This is brutal.
Something that we've been putting off for a little while is Chad has said that he's made a song about me, and he wants to share it on
Okay.
An original.
Oh boy.
an original song.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
gonna be good.
Go ahead, Jamie.
I've been waiting for this, Chad.
Well,
That's
yeah,
all.
I just want to say, I make it with love. I did a similar thing for Chris.
I'm sure
here
it's
in
gonna
the
be so
office, and-
flattering.
Well, no one's really seen Chris since, so I just
well,
want to say this
like
is all
it.
out of love.
Copy.
Nah, bro. The bet's off. I don't like the terms. Fucking jerk off. Cutter is his friend, but Rob has got some feelings to hide.
Oh my God.
Lately things are strange with these thoughts on his mind. Cutter's got himself a girl and Rob thinks she's really fine. And he's watching her with those eyes. He's wondering about her body, I just know
Problem
it.
from day
He's
one.
cutting into his arms late at night. 'Cause he wishes he was Jamie's world. He wants to be in Jamie's world. Why can't I find a woman like that? He'd suck a dong and he'd act gay. But Jamie would just see through the game. He feels so flirty when they start talking crude. He wants to tell her that he loves her and the feet inside her shoes. I love her. And he's thinking about her thighs. He's rubbing onto her body, I just know it. He's blowing loads really far, we base late at night. 'Cause he's thinking about Jamie's world. wants to be inside Jamie's world.
Come to my place.
I have children.
Why can't he find a woman like that? Jamie's world.
Whoa, where you going?
He'll never be Jamie's world.
You have such a crush on her.
Strange.
Why can't I find a woman?
You are my North Star.
Why can't I find a woman like that?
Let's hang out.
Jamie's world.
I love you so much.
Tremendous.
I'm telling
No.
you, because
No.
that was fantastic.
I'll take the bet.
That was.
What an
That
intense
was
look.
awesome.
I just
oh
want
my
to say,
God.
I love
Really
show.
nice.
I love show business where everyone just kisses your ass for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and somehow I like it
That
more.
was
I don't
really
know.
cool, man.
That was really
You know-
good.
That
We
was
didn't know
awesome.
that. I didn't know your song was going to be about that, and then 5 minutes before, we're like, "Cutter, you want to come do the pod?"
Yeah, I
I was a
know.
little
That's
worried
so
about that.
funny.
Yeah. Love that.
You guys are just the best here. You're always full of like the greatest surprises. I never know what I'm walking into.
Yeah,
here. It's
that
the
was
best.
no, that was
how
really
we like
good.
to do it.
The
Look at
auto
me.
tune was amazing. You sounded
really
awesome,
good.
dude.
Oh, I don't use auto-tune.
Yeah, he's a singer.
Was that real?
Next song's about you, Cut.
That's even more impressive, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy.
I mean, I use compression and EQ and all that, some reverb.
Dude, that was awesome. Can you
thank
like
you.
do it live?
Yeah, I can do
Oh
live.
wow,
Bring it out.
go on tour and perform. I remember before you ever hung out with me and Jamie, you thought that like, oh, you probably have a crush on Jamie, and then you hung out with us once, and you were like, oh no, it's so
It
not.
was a very early sort of vibe that I got because I didn't know Jamie or your dynamic at all. And then 1-2 pods later, I was like, oh, this is just a deep friendship that I don't have in my life. You know, like I will never understand this. I can understand where people that don't like tune in for the first time might think that come across, but I assume that if you've watched this pod this long for this many episodes, that it's
Yeah.
Because
more
I
of a
feel
joke.
I feel like during Sopranos, I would get it all the time of like, oh, you bang your sister. I'm like, ugh, what? Like no, like that. But then
People ask that
after
question? That's so
Sopranos,
weird.
I never really heard it again until we came here, and then people are like, you have a it's just
There is a sick fantasy. And it's no wonder and coincidence that one of the top searched porn things is like stepbrother, stepsister stuff. People want to see people cross
Yeah.
that line. You don't know about this.
You know about this?
Don't just say
Do I know about this?
Yeah,
You're looking
just
at
ask-
me
just
like,
say the
oh
question
yes,
back.
Jamie.
I mean, I'm
Just say the
aware.
question back.
I'm aware that's like a top category.
It's
yeah.
in there. He's just aware of it. He's not.
he's heard
looking
from his
into it.
buddies at the golf.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. In Texas, you
Buddies
guys
fucking-
can't even look
Big
at it
locker
anymore.
room talk.
Yeah.
Big
Sibling
locker room.
porn.
Yeah.
Shooting
A lot of
loads
people think
really
he wants to
far.
in his arms.
Yeah. So I think it's just a weird fantasy people like to play out. In their own
Yeah.
heads.
How do you feel about your fucking Chad? That we saved Chad from like an Amish community 5 years ago, and now all of a sudden he's this rock star. Do you feel that? How do you feel about him doing that to your wife? That's fucked up. That's not cool.
Doing what?
Doing what?
And he did this whole thing. I have a crush. I'm coming in my arms about her.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the song?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
I feel
awesome.
like
Yeah,
you watch
proud of
things
it.
like that and disassociate me as your wife in those things. Am I right?
I just took it. It's a joke, I guess.
But
It's
do you
funny.
look at that and be like, that's my wife? You're like, no, that's Jamie.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, make 2024 the year you finally check it off the list with Babbel. Be a better you this year with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching, so you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world. Guys, people said I should have been on Sopranos because I'm Irish. Well, guess what? I'm learning Italian now. Grazie, Babbel. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/pal. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/pal. That's spelled BABBEL.com/PAL. Rules and restrictions may apply. Think of some of the comedy duos that really got it done. I'm talking Key and Peele, Cheech and Chong. What about the perfect duo when it comes to growing your business? Well, that's you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online app stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling coffee beans or custom ball caps, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Guys, I only do one podcast. Jamie does many podcasts, and in her other podcasts, she uses Shopify to sell her merch, and it does great. Plus, Shopify's extensive help resources are there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, well, they grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday now to grow your business. No matter what stage you're in, shopify.com/nottoday.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain times that I can look at you and look at you as like Cutter, who's in the world. I don't always look at you as like my husband, Cutter. I try to take you in the way the world takes you in sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Too deep?
Too
You
deep.
can't
Too deep.
rattle
Yeah.
Cutter at all unless you're a sparrow.
Cutter doesn't like to get too deep with me.
He
and you
rattles
know
himself.
I love to get deep. He's not into
Very
getting too
sexual.
deep.
Very sexual.
Only Cutter can rattle Cutter.
Very deep.
Only Cutter can rattle Cutter is what I feel like from knowing Cutter. How do you feel about that statement, Cut? Only Cutter can rattle Cutter. Like only you're your worst enemy.
Yeah, I get rattled easily. Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, no one else can rattle him because we're all just stupid and crazy, and he's right.
Yeah.
So anything we say, it's just like, oh, they just don't know.
Been this way since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Cool, calm, unrattleable.
Yeah.
Okay, and
but
I
I
think
have
that's
my
just-
rattled list. I mean,
He's got his list, but things when they get in there, they dig deep in there, and
But
they fester.
I feel like he does all these things in his life to not be rattled, or if those went away, like if he didn't have Zins right now and what the things that help him not be
He's
rattled.
got to have his tools.
Then oh man,
What
like,
are your tools right now? How do you deal with the rattling?
you know,
Zin, feel
feel free.
yeah. I mean, those are kind of just
Pacing.
normal. Pacing. Yeah.
Whatever
there's-
beverage
Book
company with
flights,
alcohol
booking
has this-
flights.
Yeah, the scheduling.
Cutter loves to book a flight.
looking at houses that are more expensive than yours and being like, fuck.
So my phone has a couple percent. I'm going to run through a couple on my list lately.
Oh yeah, you're rattled.
He's
Like.
All
got
right.
It's a moment
But
of
I don't
zen.
want to spend a lot of time on them each. Like, we'll
A
just,
zen
we'll disagree.
moment with
yeah,
Cutter.
yeah.
Okay, you want to write them
Zin,
down in
zin.
case your
No, I got 'em.
your thing dies.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, 3%. All right. Group orders in Chipotle lines really been getting me lately. Like when people are in the front of a Chipotle line at lunchtime
They're
and there's a
probably
lot of
ordering for their
people
office.
and they order like 6 things, I actually want to fucking like throw them through the window.
Can't you do that on an app too?
Yeah, but
can.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
anytime.
can.
We already talked about wind chimes.
You are my friend.
Public gyms. I think public gyms are weird. Like people just do weird shit. They just pace around on their phones. They'll never go.
Okay.
They do what you do. I try and get him to the gym all the time. He's like, bro, I'm not going to a public gym.
I have to also, as a regular
Public
person,
gym.
Public gyms are brutal.
I have to
Public
be the
gyms.
one
Yeah.
to call out when things are a privilege here, and he's right about the Chipotle.
Yeah.
He's right
Yeah.
about wind chimes. The no public gyms thing is
Rude.
you guys are from
It's
a point
rude.
of privilege.
It's
I just
rude.
don't like them.
I
Yeah,
go
so-
to a public gym.
White
Whatever.
privilege.
Absolutely.
I can't believe
I
that.
just gotta say, as a regular,
Cutter's
do it at your
white
house.
privilege.
Flight attendants who obsess about putting your bag under the seat
ooh,
really gets me going too. Like if it's not all the way under your seat and they keep saying like, please put your bag
It's
under
a
your seat.
rule.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what is this? What is this doing?
God forbid turbulence, it
You're
can
gonna
fly
die.
out and hit someone.
You're gonna die.
You're not going to die from turbulence.
If my bag is killing someone flying around a plane, you're dead.
Exactly.
Cutter's got a point here. It's like they've
Yeah.
got doors flying off the side of those airplanes. The last thing you need to worry about is my little backpack underneath.
It's
Yeah,
total, and they
yeah,
His
obsess about
backpack
it.
is heavy as
But they
fuck.
obsess about it. Like, put it under the seat. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Guy won't go to public gyms, but clearly flies economy.
Yeah.
Only
All
way
the
to go.
time, only.
Rattle.
He's
Sometimes
nuanced.
Sometimes he'll
He's
get us
layered.
Comfort Plus.
What the fuck are you? What? No.
You're like an onion, Cut.
No.
Yeah.
Cut.
I like this. Let's go.
yeah.
Keep going.
I'll go. Keep going.
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
Yeah, please.
People who, when you're with people who check their Instagram with the sound on. fucking drives me nuts.
Sometimes it's a mistake, and then they panic.
No,
and
it's
they
not a
quickly
mistake. No, they just I don't like
That's
it.
a sociopathic move. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody in the when you're, because I do go to a public gym, when you're on the phone in a gym, I want to kill you. You.
No.
I hate it, man.
Yeah.
It's something that bothers me so much, and I don't know why.
It's like a
Step outside.
a narcissism. It's like a self-centeredness.
Especially when they're very loud, like on the treadmill, and there's like everyone is just listening to you. And sometimes like I put my headphones in and I can't even hear the podcast I'm
Yeah.
listening to because they're so loud on their
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, it's
Rob,
terrible.
How were you not on my side that one time? I had that story about those girls being
That's
loud
right.
in the gym. You like,
Bro,
that's what
listen.
started our rivalry.
We don't have that rivalry's in your head, bro. Because you love Jamie, so you pretend like I love Jamie, so there's some kind of rivalry. You're a nut job.
Whoa.
That's why we just left you alone.
I
you
came
know?
in
We-
late. I don't know the dynamics of what's going on between the Booth boys in here, but it sounds like there's some history.
No, we love Chad. I don't know. He thinks we have some kind of rival. Because so here's the thing. He revealed that he had a crush on Jamie. His childhood crush was Jamie.
Sure.
So then I bust his balls about it, of course, because it's funny. And then all of a sudden, I have a crush on Jamie. We're rivals.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
this whole thing where he just, he's a little embarrassed. He released some.
I see.
He said something he probably wish he didn't said, and now it's a thing.
I'm glad there are other guys that get you instead like that. I get you. It's just like I don't want to trespass on you. I don't want to step on you in any way because
These guys are the opposite.
all
they want to do is fuck with me.
Yeah, solidarity back
But they
here.
have this.
Yeah.
They have a panel there, like a window.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
keeps
yeah.
them. I'm oftentimes don't have that safety. But I mean, it's just other people that understand sort of what it's like to be on the other side of Rob.
Oh yeah, listen, I'm
Yeah.
not the easiest guy to get along with, But once you're in the
Once you're in, boy, are you in.
Yeah,
He won't let us leave. We can't leave.
Yep.
good luck trying to get that. What was your guys? Because we just had the song. I want to know. Do you, with your current girlfriend, have a song? Do you guys have a song?
That's by the way, I'm done with girlfriends. This is the last one.
So you want me to just call her your wife?
Nice.
You're saying?
I'm done.
I want Kassem to go ring shopping with Cutter tomorrow.
I'm done with girlfriends.
let's
I'm
go.
I'll
too
go
old.
too.
Let's go. You want to go ring shopping?
Well, she needs. She mentioned she wants to
Just pick it out.
help pick it out, and I
Can
thought
she
in
just
my head
send an inspo?
Yep, good call.
maybe because in my head, everything I see is the guy surprises the girl
Do you
with the
talk
ring.
to any of her friends?
Do
you have like a relationship with any of her
I
friends?
know some of them. Yeah.
That's concerning.
Yeah, we should talk
Like,
about
you don't
that
have
for a
any of
minute.
her friends' numbers?
No, not their numbers. No.
Like,
no.
God forbid an emergency, you'd have to like get
I
in touch
could
with
I
somebody.
could get in touch with someone.
Okay, so
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in touch with somebody and be like, do you know what type of ring she would like?
But she made it clear she wants to be a part of the process.
But let me tell you,
Yeah.
if she sent a photo to one of her friends and then you get the ring she wants without that, it's like so much better.
What's the minimum I can spend and get away with, like, and still be okay?
I am
here?
not a flashy. What? Well, I don't know her. Tell me what's her
She's
thing.
very.
She's like me.
Not a big. Doesn't need a big
I
thing.
love
But what's the minimum I can spend and still like have a nice little?
15 grand? 10, 15 grand? I think you can get a beautiful ring.
Yeah, bro.
What would you?
I think you should get like a plain gold band
Simple.
with
Classic.
Yes, with like a brilliant cut diamond, solitaire diamond.
Spend the money on the diamond
Yes.
instead of the fancy stuff.
Yes, yes. I would take all the extra accoutrement away and just have a thin gold band with a beautiful solitaire brilliant cut diamond.
Okay.
If it was totally up to you, let's say she would never find out how much it would cost. How much is really? How much would you want to spend on the ring?
If she wouldn't find out,
She wouldn't know. She's a girl who I don't know. If imagine she said to you, "I don't know anything about rings. I'd like you to get me something nice, but you have better taste than me in rings. Go get me one."
in my head, I have the number 10 grand. If she wouldn't
Okay.
find out, I'd spend $700-800 max.
Has she said a number at all?
No. She's not
No.
like that.
Right.
But she does have. She's very low key. She like microwaves leftovers. Do you know what I mean? She's like one of these.
Oh, you can't marry that.
She's very.
She's great. I
She's
love
very
her.
good. She'll eat cereal. Like she'll make oatmeal for dinner if
She'll
there's no
eat cereal?
Yeah, she'll eat cereal. This is how
You
down
guys,
to earth
now you
she
understand the poor Kassem's like a fucking beaten animal. the best girlfriends he's had. He's
She
like,
eats
she eats
cereal.
cereal.
is. I,
She microwaves her own food.
if
Yeah,
any
she
exes
gives
are
me
watching
kisses.
this, I appreciate every past
She
relationship.
still won't
I have.
introduce me to any of her friends, but
But she eats cereal, so you know.
She eats cereal, dude. She's such a champ.
Yeah, no, she's fantastic. She came here. She's great. She treats you right. And that's the thing. It's like when a woman friend of mine says, I'm with a guy, or I'm getting married, it's like, does he treat you right? Does he? But then when a guy friend says, like, oh, I'm with this girl, and this, like,
They never ask that.
It feels weird to ask that, right? To be like, hey,
Yeah.
does she?
They're like, is she chill? What's she like?
Yeah,
How would
but-
you describe me? If somebody said, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go
you.
for it.
What, like if somebody was like, tell me about your wife.
You're not walking into a trap haircut.
No, I'm curious.
No,
I know he's a man of very few words, so I'm not expecting like
Yeah, but
some,
they're
like-
always the right ones. Have you ever noticed? They're always the right words.
thanks, Cass.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan.
If someone were to, yeah, I'd be like, she's the shit.
Chill is
She's the best.
chill.
That's all you say?
She's everything.
Wow. I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Did you just have that on? You had that ready? You're like, what can I
I
ask
was waiting
him?
to see. No, I was waiting to see
Sick
what you'd
puppy.
say.
Yeah, love that.
How did you go about getting her ring? Obviously, it was a time crunch. She was pregnant, so you really had to scramble.
I want that, by the way. I want
I
the
know.
time crunch to be
I
the
know.
baby in the oven already.
Are you? Can we say? Are you shooting up the club?
Am I shooting up the club?
Yeah. Are you buggling nuggies in the?
Does that mean no condom?
Yeah.
No birth control?
Yeah.
No pullout?
Are you going into the range with a loaded gun?
Do you grab her?
Slipping one past the goalie?
Do you grab her shoulders at the moment of climax and really?
No pullout?
To hope it busts the tube, the fallopian tube in there. No, we're on no birth control, but I
Whoa.
have to wear a condom because I think she's getting prep.
Rash.
I would like to, I think, and you may, because I think you have those parts down there. Do you have to be off the birth control for a certain amount of months before you're ready?
We got pregnant the next month that I got off of it.
Oh, wait,
okay.
you're actually like prepping for this.
I've
He's
been
in.
ready. Honestly, I could have had a kid years ago, but I don't want to be a single dad. I wanted to have a kid with a family.
Wait, but finish saying what you were saying. So you have to
Wait,
use a condom
what?
because what?
I thought she went off birth control because she was having hormonal problems.
Yeah, they
It
all do.
happens.
So she went off that. So now I have to wear
A condom.
a condom.
But if you were ready
Why
to
don't
have
you
a
just do the
child,
pull out and play a little bit?
I think the pull out. I had a mistake, an accident.
You
with
just
the
said
pull
this
out
is
one
what you
time.
want, though.
but
But
she's
she
not.
needs to be on board.
Okay.
She needs to be on
Yeah,
board.
Jamie, you
She's
can't
not ready
force women
until
to have your
there's.
children.
Oh.
She's not
So
ready
wait,
until there's a
that's
ring.
what you want, but you need this first. So what are you waiting for? Let's go ring shopping tomorrow.
Well,
Because she
needs
wants
to be
to
a
be
part
there.
of it. She wants to be a part of it.
I can find out the type of ring she likes in 10 minutes.
How
Give
about,
me some
How about
Instagram.
Can I get
people
out
to
the
DM.
door $800-900 without her knowing?
what
Is
about
that possible?
what about
Not
we,
without her finger turning green.
What about we fly? What about we fly her out here tomorrow, James, and she comes and we get the.
Done.
Oh no, you would. But
Kyle Cutter, he'd love to book her flight.
I just think dating is hard today.
dating is hard today.
Speaking of, do we have any dating profiles?
Oh, and
We
where is your
do-
location currently set? Let's talk about that for a minute.
You want to talk about that?
Let's talk
We
about
You
it.
wanna
have
talk
to
about that?
We have
So-
to talk about your fucking
I-
international.
I took a little trip.
Yeah.
Robbie took a
Rob
little
went
trip.
overseas.
Yeah,
You're not a guy who likes to travel, but
Robbie took a little trip.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I'm kind of there right now.
well, what do you mean?
So I took my dating app location and I set it over to Japan because I just want to see what's out there.
He wants
I
a
think
quiet conservative woman.
I just.
Do you think the
I
love
love
of your life is in
sushi.
Japan?
I think the love of my life might be in Japan. Yeah, I'm watching the
Have
show
you
with this
had any,
Japanese
like-
girl. She's beautiful.
He
I
watched
think
one episode of Shogun and he sends
Yep.
his location.
Yep.
to
I
Japan.
hear
You didn't do this when you watched Squid Games.
no.
He didn't send it to Korea.
Yeah. When I hear about Japan, it sounds like everything I want in life. It really does.
What do you
Yep.
like about it?
The
Clean, clean.
There's
Boom.
no. It's just like it's no
Honor.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you could eat off the floor in the subways. I'm like, oh my god. Like I'm used to New York City where I'm like, I have to wash my hands after going to get a water. Like, just so gross. You know, the germaphobe in me. It just really sounds like. And I think maybe having a language barrier with a significant other could be nice.
How will we get you there?
That's the problem. But I'm maybe
No, those
maybe
flights
I
Are
get,
are
you
awesome.
looking for
It's
like
gonna
a
be great.
90-day fiance sitchy?
maybe she comes here. I
No,
was just
we'll
throwing it
go.
out there to see what. Because here's
Me
the
and Jamie
deal.
want to go to Japan. We'll go.
There are multiple dating apps, right? And I just on one of them,
We'll
I was
scope 'em
like,
out.
hey,
Here's what we do. We set a date each day. We'll go for a week.
You guys
line
go
them up
meet
at the
them.
tarmac. Just have 10 of them right off the jet.
I'll
Flowers.
do casting.
Yeah.
Just to set up an open call, casting.
Yeah, well, you know those
I've
videos on
always wanted to
YouTube.
be
It's like
behind a
one
desk.
guy, 20 Japanese girls, and then I go through all of them, and then you pick.
Yeah, you try them, like each one like a new ramen place.
yeah. And then I rate them after I talk to them for a few minutes.
This is feeling racist.
It's a little bit racist.
This is not
Is
feeling
it? I
nice.
didn't think so.
I don't know. It came out of my mouth. I said ramen.
Oh, well,
that's a
you
whole
said-
other country.
It is.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I guess it is. Well,
I got to
you
get the
ruined-
regional right. I get the
Yeah, you
regional right.
ruined the bit. All right.
Shocker.
You know what you should put on your list of things that bother you? Well,
I
should
wasn't
have.
done. I have a
sorry,
bunch,
I should
but-
have on my list. Maybe the craziest people in the world, guys who tuck their shirts into their underwear.
Yeah.
Do you see this sometimes?
It's got to be an accident.
Who's doing this?
There's people who do it. Can
Who's
you?
doing
Can you?
this?
I
It's gotta
sent
be an
pictures because I
accident.
thought you might give me a little griff, whatever they call it. Give me a little gift. What do you call that? Guppy.
Who's tucking into
Look,
the
when you
underwear?
see that, you've seen that in your life. You see it maybe once a year. You see the shirt tucked in with the underwear peeking over the jeans, and it just makes me go, I don't want this person to have anything to do with my life.
I wanted to think it could be an accident, but this looks deliberate.
It's a
Oh, no,
personality
it's-
type.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
a personality type. It's like your mom taught you to do that when you were 7, and you never go against your mom, and now you're 40.
That's a guy that just doesn't stop saying jokes at the barbecue, and you just want to walk away.
Yeah, yeah. And he's telling you how you should clean your grill.
Yep.
Right?
And he has the same beer in his hand for the entire party.
Wow, you
Yeah.
really know this guy.
Fake drinker.
I know this guy.
You know this guy.
Yeah.
It's like everyone.
Hate this guy, man. If you're, and what I would love, wait,
It's like everyone.
we never give
Talking to
our
anyone.
email out and phone number enough. Not today, pal podcast at gmail.com, 512-387-1880. Can you tell us if you do this and why you do it? And we won't hate on you. We'll just listen. I just want to listen. I want to know why you do this if you do this, because I've never been friends with anyone who do this. I don't think I
Why
could.
are you like this?
Why are you like this? Please let us know. We again, one of the things we do here, memory lane. We have a very special Kassem G as a child memory lane that we want to see here to show everyone. And you could tell us about this time in your life, Cass.
Okay, I'm a little apprehensive about it, but I will allow it for the sake of the pod.
And just for people listening, let's have Jamie describe it.
Oh, my baby Cass. He's about 7 years old. It's clearly a school photo that's
No,
been...
my parents were crayons.
That's been bent. There's like large rainbow-colored crayons in the background. He's got his glasses. He's wearing a shirt that looks like he's being
that a
recruited for
tooth?
the army.
Can we zoom in?
And he has one tooth
They're Iraqi child soldiers.
That's-
I think I sent the second one.
sideways
Why is it right
on
in the middle
his
of your
lower
face?
lip, coming from the top of his mouth. It's clearly a loose tooth that he's too much of a pussy to pull out. So it's,
Oh, wow.
it's
Oh, damn.
literally
I'm getting it from
hanging
Jamie now?
by
Jamie's
a-
letting it
You
rip.
couldn't pulled it out for your school photo.
Use a no
It's
tooth
literally
pulling body,
you look
bitch.
like you have one tooth in the middle of your face, just
I
outside
thought you were.
of your
I
mouth.
sort of thought you were going to sympathize.
But there
with
is
Look at that tooth
nothing cuter
Dead
in my
center,
life.
too.
Why
is
do
it
you have a
dead center?
tooth in the middle
Okay.
of your face?
Can you show him
Tom
the...
Cruise used to have that.
Let me show.
Trips you out.
Oh, by the way, you've aborted Tom Cruise movies. Which, sorry,
Aborted.
abandoned, sorry.
Abandoned.
aborted was from the other issue.
Let me just
he
say
had.
this-
I'm sorry.
This came up because your son Jack is going
Has
through
a
something
current
very
tooth,
similar.
very
Okay,
similar.
and then I thought I would sort of show you what
You
this was like.
did.
If you've
That's
ever been
rough.
mean to me, this is who you're being mean to. Okay?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
if
I
you've
get
ever
it.
said anything nasty about me,
Snaggle tooth body bitch.
yeah, see,
Yeah,
see, like this is what I'm talking about. You're making fun of this kid. I had a hard
I know
life as a
you
kid,
did.
and this was obviously me and
God.
my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses.
I know.
I had, and this was before acne riddled my face. Like this is when I was smooth skin cat. This was a smooth skin
you got
body
your
bitch.
little Casio watch on.
I was up against a lot as a kid, and yeah, that tooth came out. I don't know, minutes later. Like I don't know, like it was crooked. It was hanging by one nerve, one tendon. I don't know what it was, but no parent, no adult decided to like pull me aside and just be like, hey, maybe do another photo, like do another. This
Retake photo.
One tooth decided to like make an
Maybe like
appearance.
stick it under your lip.
Yeah.
Just smile.
No one gave me
No
a note.
teeth?
They just like
No one.
animals. They move
Yes,
you in and
yes,
out.
yes, yes.
And I've never taken a good photo.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
I know you've
Yeah.
never taken a good
So,
photo
I've
ever.
never taken a good photo, and it started when I was a kid. Yeah.
Well, you know.
Astigmatism.
can't
Look
have
at that
it all.
fucking haircut. Like it looks
Great
like
cut.
it looks like they just gave up halfway.
Did you go to the lemon tree or like, you know?
Ooh, Good
Remember
call.
the
That's Long
lemon tree?
Island.
How
Yeah,
was it?
right? Yeah.
We didn't have
My
that.
mom almost fought a hairdresser in the lemon tree once.
There
when-
we go. There's the zoom in.
Oh,
That
you
crooked
have
tooth.
beautiful lashes.
By the way, I think that tooth is spun like 300
it's
degrees.
it's rotated.
all the way around though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it's that part is supposed to be on the top. So it's really
The bottom part,
really bad.
the bottom part that's flat, the cutter's like
Are
that's
all your
really
teeth
bad.
gone except that one?
What would you do if this was your son, Cutter?
I
He
don't
wouldn't,
know.
dude. This kid, I didn't play a sport. He would have like sold me. He like would have sent me away.
Yeah, you somebody
He's
else.
like, you got a cat I could trade you with?
He would have let one of the coyotes that come in your backyard every once in a while take me.
Oh my gosh.
We put out to
That's your friend, Cut.
I love it.
That's your boy.
I love. All right, get it off now.
We put out to Instagram if they had any questions for us. One of the things they wanted to know is what do we miss most about doing Pajama Pants? Our old podcast,
It
by
seemed
the
like-
way.
I don't know. You don't miss the low views. You don't miss the
No money.
no money.
Right.
It's like no one watching, no one listening.
Yeah, we couldn't afford to get monkeys or kangaroos
There's
then.
no monkeys.
You don't
no
miss my
kangaroos.
poor Wi-Fi in hotel rooms.
Yeah, you don't
Jamie
miss
having to
working in the
zoom
back
in.
of a sweatshop.
That
we did.
don't.
We
don't-
no one knows that there are, or we've talked about it, but the first 2 years of our pod, we potted from a sweatshop.
Amongst in the back of a vintage
Literally.
sweatshirt shop
Literally,
in
it
Frogtown.
smelled like dyed cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was just like one washing machine outside always going.
Yes.
It was
Yeah, it was
Grassroots.
us. It was us, and then like they had like a quartz farm or something going on back
They
there.
did. They had a crystal garden.
They had some sort of crystal business going on because there was
Yeah.
a lot of rocks around
Yeah.
that place.
There, one of the questions we did get, which I would like to know this answer too, Cass. Realistically, what would, and if you say a number that would be unattainable, what would the number be to get you to move to Austin to do this pod with us? How much would we have to raise? The listeners wanted to get a GoFundMe going.
10 grand?
Yeah, enough for your ring. What if we buy your engagement ring for you? You never have to think about it ever again. But you got to tell her, honey, we're moving to Austin.
Listen, I can afford the $900 for the ring. Okay. I don't know. I don't. I grew up mostly in Southern California. It would be
Hard to leave.
there's a lot of things, and me and Cutter can always agree on this. It's like the homeless situation, especially on like the west side of LA, is just fucking out of control. There's a new one that just moved in underneath the freeway underpass by my house. Like I live right near the freeway, and there's a fresh like encampment there, and it's like it just seems to be getting worse. The property tax, this is like just I don't know where the money I spend goes.
Air One.
Well, the taxes. Yeah.
Same taxes.
Yeah. The best part is air. The only thing really I would miss is the Erewhon.
We got things here.
How much would we have to raise? A real number. I'm talking a real number. If you said, honey, we can't resist this. They just raised
Well,
X amount of
GoFundMe.
dollars. What's the real number that if we told you we had, you'd say,
$100,000.
we have to move down.
Oh,
I
it
think
would-
it's higher than
it
100.
would be
No.
more. It would.
No,
it would
come on, bro.
It
I
would
think
have
it's like 350.
You'd do it for 100, dude.
No, I don't think you
No, it would have to be at least $500,000 because I got
He's
my
got his
parents.
family. He's
We
got his
gotta I
family
gotta
there.
bring my parents over.
Why? Why?
would. Yeah, you already
Why?
brought him over to the
Yeah.
country.
I thought you brought me over.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It would take half a mil probably, which would never happen. And
Guess I got to start selling some feet pics.
dude, we've been trying to get you to sell those feet pics. You give them away for free. I think
do.
sometimes.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's a
You know,
mistake.
it's just
That's a
who I
mistake.
am.
But I honestly love being around you guys, but the rest of Texas, I don't know if it's for me. Like, I don't know. Austin's great, but the rest of Texas, I don't know if it's for me.
Just stay
You
here.
don't have to go
You guys,
anywhere.
as white people, I think have like an advantage. Like,
Sure.
Yeah. In case we found ourselves 3 hours outside of Austin randomly, we'd be okay.
you guys would be all right. Like, I see a guy in a like like a red pickup truck on a dirt road, like playing country music, like barreling my way. Like, I'm done. Like that. It's a truck full of racists with a shotgun rack, and I'm like fucking toast.
Well, let me tell you, if he goes into my pockets and sees my New York ID, I'm dead too.
They don't like New Yorkers.
Oh, I wear this hat fucking everywhere, and I catch so much. I almost stopped wearing it because people engage in conversations with me, but I'm like, fuck that. I can't. But just the conversations of like,
Oh, they like make fun of you for having a Yankees
or
hat.
they try and like shit on it. It's like, dude, that's like, you know what I mean? It's like trying to shit on Michael Jordan. It's like, okay, sure. I'm not gonna like entertain your team who has like 2 championships to shit on my. Like, okay, sure. Well, I'm not gonna play your game.
There is a lot of regional stuff. Like in California, people don't go talking about how much like the good things about California, how everyone else sucks.
Because most of them aren't from California.
They're not from, but like there is a lot of great things about California, but there's no one really brags about it ever. But whenever you come outside of California, people talk shit about California, and rightfully so. There's a lot of things that are wrong, but never more so than when I've been in Texas. Texas has been like it's a lot of like anti-Cali folk here.
Yeah, well, Texas doesn't have, or California doesn't have a lot of good shit to offer when they have to make commercials about it and show it to you when you live there. That was the only place I ever lived where they're like, California, and it's like, look at the
all the
beach.
celebs.
Yeah, and it's like Rob Lowe, like, look at the mountains, or like what? It's like
Malibu.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like New York is never like, look at the piss on the, you know what I mean? It's just like you come, you hang, whatever.
Yeah, as someone who's grown up there and sort of like, and you grew up there, and I think you missed some parts. I think we talked about this yesterday. You missed a little bit of what goes on.
Just the weather. And then the
weather's great.
The DoorDash capabilities there. It's great food
That's
to
just
order.
because where we live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise he seems really happy.
Good.
Yeah, he's thrilled. Look at him. He's over
Love
the
it.
moon.
Happiest in the world.
Well, listen, we love you, babe. No ditty.
it's
Love
great.
you, Cass.
Love being on the Not Today Pal show.
Yeah.
Love you,
know.
Cutter.
Cutter.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
Even though there's
I was told
probably-
I was never coming back, but I appreciate it.
No,
I
even
didn't say that. I
by-
said
You
I
said it a
needed
few
the
times.
fan reaction
No.
before you were to come
Needed
back.
the fan reaction.
that was one of the hardest Jamie has ever made me laugh in her whole life.
Yeah, we'll see what the fans think.
We
before
gotta
you come
leave
back.
a comment below
I care
for
about
Cutter.
the fans.
Yeah, dude, that's so the first time that he came on, we went out to dinner like a few nights later. We went to the comedy club and we were going around looking for parking. And he's like, well, next time I come back on the pod. And she was like, well, how do you know there's going to be a next time?
So
and he's
good.
like, well, because it was, and she's like, no, she's like, we have to wait till it comes out and we'll see by what people say if you're allowed back on my pod. That's what she said.
If there's
So
a
great.
demand, if there's a trend up, an uptick,
Yeah.
we'll have you back.
We had a meeting with Cutter and he got allowed.
I'm
Thanks,
just
guys.
glad to have been on this pod twice. If it never happens again, I totally understand.
Well, I want to apologize for the weirdos out there who think I'm in love with your wife. The weirdos
That was
who make
great.
it. The
I
weirdos,
love the song, Chad.
No, it was great. It was
Thank you.
fantastic,
Yeah,
Chad.
I'm basically the Weird Al of blowing loads.
Yeah. You were great, man. Everything was fantastic, and we will see you guys next week.
So long.